Hi, friends. Today we're going to read a book called Ruby Finds a Worry. I think we've all felt worried sometimes where we think to ourselves, I'm worried about this. Doesn't feel good. Worrying makes our tummy hurt sometimes, or sometimes it makes our heart beat really fast. So it's not really always a happy feeling, but it is a normal feeling. Everyone worries sometimes. All right, let's begin. Love this picture. She looks not worried here. She looks pretty happy. Ruby finds a worry. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high, and she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. Now, in real life, worries aren't going to be like this scribble. It's just going to be a feeling we feel inside. But for our book, since it's a fiction book, it's got a picture to help us imagine what a worry might look like. It wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first, Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day, it got a little bigger. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. All right, so here you can see she's starting to feel a little uncomfortable with this. And then over here, it looks like kind of she's getting angry. Have you ever been like, I can't believe I'm worried about this, and get kind of frustrated and angry about it, or uncomfortable because you're worried? The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended she couldn't see it either. Like, no one else seems worried. Maybe it's just me. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. So even if sometimes we ignore it and it kind of goes away, but sometimes it's still hanging over us. We still feel that feeling of uncomfortable, worried. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. So the more you think about something, the more it sticks with you. So if you're thinking positive things, you become more positive as a person. But if you start thinking all the worst things, you start to see all the worst things. Now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in at the kitchen at dinner time. It filled up half the school bus. So this represents how our feeling can kind of grow and grow and grow and feel almost too big for us. And it took up the whole row at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never be happy again. Then one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. Then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Ruby realized she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. So sometimes we think, I'm the only one that feels this way, but there's other people. And a lot of times authors do this. They use pictures in a book to kind of tell us more information. So here we can see a little boy and there's a worry around him. And then here's another little boy and it looks like he's got a worry next to him. And even adults get worried. I know that I've been worried before as an adult. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. So while thinking about worries can make them grow and grow and grow, Talking about them, writing about them, getting it off of our chest can sometimes help us feel better. And that kind of takes away from our worry. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out of Ruby, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now she knew how to get rid of them. They never hung around for long. Okay, so that's the end of our story, but I did want to talk about some things that you can do if you don't like talking about what's going on. You can write it out and then that can help you kind of get it off of your chest. Some people keep a journal. You could pray about it. Some people think that saying it out loud to God kind of helps them. You could walk and see if you can think of positive things. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned is that when I think about something that is bothering me, I say to myself, is there anything that I can do that will help me feel better today, right now? And if there's nothing I can do immediately, then I have to kind of take a deep breath and say, I can't do anything about it now, but I will do what I can the next time I'm able. So, what that means is like, if I'm worried about if it's Friday and I'm worried about Mondays at school, I can't change what's going to happen on Monday until Monday, right? I can go for a walk and try to distract myself and talk to someone about how I'm worried about Monday and why I feel worried. But I can't change anything about it until I come to work or come to school. So, something that you can do to yourself is say, like, is there anything I can do about it? Because sometimes you can do something. Like, I'm worried about my homework. Well, go ahead and get started on it. Maybe getting it done and over with will help you feel better about it. Okay, I hope this helped, and I hope you have a great day.